That's God willing. I'm trying to change the world. Gotta teach the children. I ain't never letting up. I gotta stack a billion. Stay away from the fake like they reptilian. Hill game on the rise, know we all killing. I got blood in my eyes and I can't see.
Sorry for not posting for so long. It's just school started and all that crazy stuff. But I'm back, so hey. So let's get into it. And so I will be posting my latest video after this vid. I'm sorry for not posting. I was meaning to, but I just got this idea and I thought it would be fire. So this will be the two main Naruto Uzumaki with red hair stuff, and I'll get back to Tobirama's legacy. There will be more legacy videos in the future. So the legacy is going to be like a legacy series. So there'll be part 2s and stuff to it. I'm just trying to get the first parts out for the legacy because I think it'll be cool having a legacy thing. And so, with all that away, let's get into it. And so, after the Land of Waves arc, well, let's go to Naruto's birth first. So, after that happens, Minato got placed in the Shigami's body, and the Shigami decides, I can't leave this boy alone his whole life. During the Chunin exams will be a very hard time for him. He has to do good. And so the Shigami decides to do something. He made a tournament so that the other souls can get a chance. He made a tournament. The Shode, the Nindame, the Shode's wife, and the Nindame didn't have a wife, but so the wives and the people of the Hokage. And so they all fight the other Kage of the villages. And Kushina is considered the Red Death. She has a powerful use of her chakra chains and her Fuin Jutsu, and Minato the Yellow Flash. And so then Mito, a Seal Master, and Minato is utilizing half of the Yin, half of the Kyuubi's power to its fullest. So the Shigami decides to give these people full power, and the Shode and the Nindame is already very powerful. And so then they're just beating everybody, going on and going on, and then they will win it all. Because I think the Shode can just carry them to beat all the Kage. But anyways, so the Shode says, I don't want to be in the world of the living. I would like to see Tsunade, but she is going down a path that I can't bear to see. And so I hope Naruto can bring my grandbaby back, but I don't want to be back in the world of the living. And Mito nodded, saying, go take care of your son. So then the Shigami, the death god, decides to take them back. And so when Naruto gets home from the Land of Waves, Minato and Kushina are in his apartment. Minato in his Hokage gown and Kushina in her Jonin attire. And Minato and Kushina is mad at the villagers, so Minato would not want to become Hokage. He rather just lives his life with his wife and watch Naruto grow up to be Hokage and just be a grandpa of his kids. He says, that's the perfect life I want to live now. And so, Naruto says, fourth Hokage? Why are you in my house? And Naruto says, whoa, it's cool. I'll go tell Sasuke that I met the fourth Hokage first. And Minato says, actually, you won't be my son, Naruto. And Naruto says, wait, you know my name? And I'm an orphan, Lord 4th, I mean. And he says, well, of course I named you, of course, smiling. And then Kushina says, hey, Naruto. And Naruto says, whoa, you have my same hair. And she says, yeah. And so during the during what's it called? During the Land of Waves, Naruto has awakened his adamantium chains. He used them against Haku, and his chakra became golden. Yes, so when that happened, his chakra became golden. That's one of the Uzumaki traits to pure bloods. And Kushina had that, but she couldn't keep that thing, and it never manifested into her body. But now Naruto's chakra is pure gold. Looks like it's not like gold, but you know what I mean. And so Kushina smiles at Naruto, saying, "Yeah, we're both Uzumaki." And Naruto says, "I want proof." And Minato says, "Oh, sure, I can show them that I'm your father." And so Minato flashes into his Namikaze house, and so he then takes Naruto's birth certificate and shows Naruto. And Naruto says, "You're really my mom and dad." And then he cries, and then he says, "Why'd you leave me with the Kyuubi no Yoko?" And so Naruto met the Kyuubi in this one. And so Minato says, "Sorry, my boy." And Naruto has been bullied worse, and Mizuki did, like, oh yeah, Naruto already knew in the beginning. Never mind. And so, Naruto cried, and Kushina hugged Naruto, and Minato says, "Sorry, I couldn't bear to have anybody else if I couldn't do it myself." And Naruto sniffles, saying, "It's alright, Kasan." And Kasan is a word for dad, if you didn't know. But anyways, and Naruto and Kushina and Minato had a good moment. And so then Minato got a serious look on his face, saying, "We're going to have to talk to the third Hokage about this. But I saw what the third did, and I am angry with him." And Naruto asked, "What did he do?" And Minato said, "There's seals all around this house. And when you activate your chakra in here, it's supposed to be a seals, but Lord Third took the seals out. And I don't know why. And so that's why on your birthday people raid here." And so Naruto's like, "Wait, why would he do that?" And Minato shrugged. And when they got to Lord Third said, "Hey, Minato." "Wait, Minato?" And so then Lord Third says, "Is old age getting me?" And Minato says, "I'm in no mood for games, Hiruzen." And Hiruzen postures himself. And Minato says, "You have ruined my son." And so Hiruzen asks, "Wait, how?" And he says, "You took the suppression seals and the seals that make people that's not familiar with me or Kushina's chakra in that apartment." And he was like, "Wait, that wasn't me." And then they all think Donzo. And so then Lord Third gets Anbu saying, "Go find Donzo Shimura. Tell Donzo that, and then bring him here, and then lock then put some chakra suppression seals in here. But use the blood seal." And so they use the blood seal, so everybody has chakra besides the person who walks in here, which next will be Donzo. And so Donzo walks in there, and then he sees Minato, Kushina, Hebrews, and all of them. And so Minato, and then he just tries to run away, seeing that he's in big trouble. But then he can't move. He can't body flick or anything. And so Donzo gets scared because if he can't use chakra, he can't use his eye. He can't use it. He can't use any chakra at all. And so then Minato, then he says, "Donzo, you have done a lot. I gave you chances on chances, but you keep doing this, Donzo. So for that, you have been filed with death and executed right here." and Minato knocked out Naruto to not see this, and so then Kushina stabbed Danzo right through the heart, and so just so that they, and so Kushina lifted up Danzo's other arm and says he has 9 Sharingan. He's going to use Izanagi. She heard the Izanagi from her friend Makoto, and so then he reasons plucked out all the Sharingan in his arm and even Shishu's eye, put it in a vial container, and so then they let Danzo die and took out all the secrets that he had by the Anbu dissecting him to literally nothing. And so all the Foundation members don't know what to do. They have nothing to do. And so Hiruzen goes into the Foundation main building where everybody's gathered up saying what's happened to Danzo. And so then Hiruzen says, from this moment on, you guys, I will be in charge of the Foundation. And they all nodded, not knowing where to go. And so then when they all nod, because they're not loyal to Danzo anymore, because they lost Danzo's seal, and so they lost what Danzo had control over them. And so, well, they said, so, and Hiruzen says, well, you guys will no longer be in charge of the Foundation. It'll be the Anbu now. And they all nodded. And so they asked, so are we just going to go on missions like regular Anbu? And Hiruzen nodded, saying precisely, you guys will join divisions and you guys will get trained to be real Anbu, and you guys will have emotions. We won't be like the Foundation's cruel ways. And so they all nodded. And so Kushina took Naruto, and so Naruto had a team meeting that day, so he went, and Minato decides to check on his student, watch from the distance, and he sees that his student is favoring Sasuke. So right when they left from their teamwork, Kakashi started training Sasuke on his Sharingan, and Minato got infuriated, and so he went to the Hokage about this, and the Hokage says, I really can't do anything, Minato, unless I show that you're alive or Kushina is. And Minato says, show that Kushina is alive, and she'll be Naruto's new sensei, and will turn into Namikaze state. And so Hiruzen makes that thing, and everybody's shocked, and even Kakashi is. And Hiruzen says Naruto Uzumaki will now be taken off your team, and he'll be on the team with Kushina Uzumaki. And so Kakashi says, Hokage, if I might ask, why is the he almost said demon, but then Kushina's sword was right through to his neck and says, don't talk about my son ever. I can't believe you were on a team with my husband Minato. I'm so disappointed in you, Kakashi. And Kakashi shrugs, saying, he is just a dead last brat. And so Kushina kicked Kakashi to the ground, saying, Naruto will be the strongest ninja here. I promise you, in 2 months when the Chunin exams happens, he will be the strongest, and he'll defeat your precious Uchiha and all of you guys. And she gave them a promise and went out barging for Naruto. And so right that she made a shadow clone to go to the Uzumaki hidden hideout underground under the Namikaze estate to get the rare Uzumaki steel. So this steel is very sharp. It's the sharpest in the world. That's why Kiri attacked Uzugakure to try to get the swords. It said that the 7 swords of the mist were based on the Uzumaki's steel, but they couldn't get much of it, so it's just a smart part of it. But this seal can absorb chakra for a Samehada and have chakra in them, and Raiden chakra and Rega sword and others for the other swords. And so Naruto got a sword. It's a quick, light sword, but it goes with his. So it's said that the way you move is based on your, affinity. And so Naruto has an affinity for wind, lightning, and water. And so, he's slithery and, is a movement like water. He has strong attacks with wind, and he is more of a tactician in fighting with lightning. So more like a Kakashi thing. And yeah, and so Naruto, um, is getting trained in the Namikaze slash Uzumaki taijutsu. So Minato and Kushina combined both of their taijutsus and put it in one. And so they told Naruto that there's a secret for shadow clones, and we will utilize it for the best of their abilities for the 2 months. And so Minato says, and I made a secret room in the Namikaze estate, and there's levels. And when you're in there for a day, it's 2 weeks in the real world. And so we will keep doing that till it's time for the 2 months over. And so, they do that. They train Naruto's physical body for about a month in time. And so Naruto gets out of there with tattered clothes, and his body looks like he just went through war and took tons of soldier pills. He looks like he's new. His muscles more defined. He is stronger, and he's way faster. Some of the seals are off when he steps out the room. He goes running. He's fast. He feels like he's Jonin level speed, and like in his swordsmanship, he can cut faster, and he can just feels like he can cut through anything. And so then Kushina says, now we will train for a month on your ninjutsu. And she says, make 5 shadow clones, but then have your shadow clones make 50 shadow clones. And so the thing about this, he gets a backlash from making the shadow clones, but if his clones make the shadow clones, the clone will get the backlash, and the clone will just disperse when they get it. And so he'll just get the memory of his clone getting the backlash. So therefore he gets no backlash. So he can train infinitely, basically, without anything wrong happening to him, besides getting kind of tired. And so he nods. And so the real Naruto, Kushina, Kushina made a clone, and Kushina's clone is teaching Naruto every single subject to make him smarter. She knew that the academy wasn't doing right, and Naruto needs proper education because he didn't have a family. And so, she's training him. And so a month after that, Minato was teaching Naruto Namikaze clan secrets, and Naruto has become really good at seals. And so he even learned the flying Rajin, but this one, it's more of a majestic color when he flashes. And Naruto's chakra will turn majestic when he reaches 16. And so, now Naruto, has the Rasengan and the flying Rajins. And so, after he gets from this hell, he calls it, and he disperses clones from working for a whole month, and Naruto actually fell to his knees. It was still tons of memories hitting him, and so Naruto got up, and Kushina smiled at Naruto, saying, I'm proud of you, Sochi, which means son. And he smiles back at his mom, saying, me too, Ma. And so, Hiruzen decides to tell the people that Minato has came back, but he won't be Hokage. And it'll make the people sad, of course, but Minato won't care. And so, now it's time for the Chunin exams. And so Naruto is allowed to be in a one-man team, and when he walks in, he sees Sasuke, and Naruto says, "You look like you got beat up." And so, before the tuning exams thing start, Kushina applied Naruto for the tuning exams, and Kakashi says, "Wait, that's impossible. He needs a 3-man team," and he reason says, "Well, I'm going to allow it to be a 1-man team." And Kakashi says, "Wait, that'll be unfair to the kid. It's only one man." And he reason says, "You should have known. You're his former sensei. Naruto is a 1-man army." And they all widen their eyes. He is a 1-man army. And Kakashi just realized what he did wrong. Naruto could have easily passed the forest to death. He can make tons of clones to go get opponent scrolls and take it back to the team. Naruto is essentially the team's best interest. And Kakashi says, "Wait, Lord Hokage, may I ask you to put reinstate Naruto back into our team? It would be beneficial to the whole team. Naruto will be able to be with the Uchiha, and the Uchiha can steal Naruto's techniques he learned from his family." And Kushina says, Kakashi, are you dumb? Are you seriously an idiot? You think that I wouldn't teach my son all clan stuff that Naruto couldn't get copies from? Kakashi, mm-mm-mm. And you know I that I taught him all wind jutsu, and guess what your student's least affinity for is? Whoop, it's wind. And so Kakashi widened his eyes. He knew that he couldn't even copy the. And then Kakashi said, "Does your son have the Rasengan and the Flying Rajin?" And Kushina said, "I don't gotta tell you." And then Kakashi scowled at her. And so Hiruzen says, "Actually, Kushina, I'd like to find out what Naruto has." And so all the Jonin want to know. And so Kushina says, "I would like Kakashi to leave, and then I'll tell everybody else." And Hiruzen says, "Kakashi, leave, and don't stand by the door." And Kakashi scowled, and then Kushina told them everything, and everybody widened their eyes. There was no way that their students would be able to beat Naruto with the jutsu he has. And so, well, Naruto gets in there, and so and so Sasuke wants to find out about Naruto, but there's really nothing about him. He says that he's the dead last that can only do the shadow clones, but he got put in an individual team with his mom, Kushina, the Red Death. And so people look at Naruto in awe, and the whole people look at him in awe. And so they scowl at Naruto. Being able to have such a strong mother that was said to be Kage level because of her kenjutsu and her ninjutsu and her, well, all jutsu. And so, well, Naruto smiles. And so, well, Ibiki Morino comes in, and Naruto just easily gets it because he has been reading a lot. And so he easily gets the information and just passes it and then takes a nap like Shikamaru. And so, well, now Uncle barges in, kicks the door down, Naruto wakes up. And so then Uncle says, "Let's go down." And so then Naruto's son swings to the forest of death and says, "What's up?" And she says, "Kid, how'd you get so fast?" And Naruto says, "Oh, I know that sun swim thing you do. It's quite easy." And so she nods at Naruto, saying, "The brat has learned some stuff." And so, whoa, now she tells the rules, and Naruto gets a scroll. And so he gets let in 10 minutes earlier due to being a one-man team. And people just shrug at this, saying they don't care. And Naruto goes in, and he is waiting for people. And so first thing he sees is a bunch of auto genin, those people that Sasuke fought. So they attack him. But Naruto uses his three-pronged kunai and just takes them all out in a dash of Rasengan to the back, making them so that their spine's broken so they can never become ninja again. And he says, you can't become ninja again nor get up for like a whole week. So see ya. And so he leaves, making them with their heaven scroll, which he needed. And so he left, and he went to the tower, and they're like, wait, you were the fastest here, like only in like it was only like 3 to 4 hours since he was really close to the tower. And so, well, now he gets to be there. And so he just rests because his bones were still sore from Minato and Kushina's training and the memories of all the feelings and kind of stuff. Kind of like the memories of it. And so it like the effects will happen like on his body, but the like memory thing, like his head just got a minor migraine or something like that. It's not major, but it'll just be sore. So when he was supposed to have like bruises and stuff, he'll just be sore. And so, well, now Naruto waits for the other teams, and Sasuke comes back with a curse marks. Ow, 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 ow. And Sai was just there with his creepy smile. And Sokka's looking at Sasuke like, Sasuke-kun. And so then Naruto says, looks like you guys got your butts handed to you. And Sasuke scowls, saying, you probably got here like 1 minute before us. And Naruto says, oh, I got here the first day. And Sasuke scowls, saying the only reason you're even strong is because of your parents. And Naruto says, and is that not saying for you too? I mean, you don't you have the Uchiha scrolls that you learn your Katen Jutsu from? Your Sharingan? How to use your Sharingan from? Not just Kakashi Sensei taught you everything about your Sharingan, alright? And so Sasuke scowls. And Naruto says, and plus, that's not even Kakashi's Sharingan, so it's basically Uchiha rights. And so that's saying that, well, take your Sharingan out. And so then I'll stop using my clan jutsu. And Kakashi scowls at Naruto, saying, shut up. You don't have the right to talk about my family. Not just, actually I do. And so, and I'm a clan head heir, so I can talk about all I want. And if you attack me right here, that's against the clan hair rule. So, see ya, Sasuke. And Sakura says, hey, dope, leave my Sasuke-kun alone. And Naruto says, shut up, Haruno. I hate you. And so then he leaves. And so he went to just lay down. And so Naruto lay down. And so Sasuke gets angry, saying, why is that dope getting everything handed to him? And so Kakashi sealed Sasuke's thing before. Then he woke up, and so he's there at the preliminaries thing. And so he fights his Wonu, and Kiba gets ready to fight Naruto. And Kiba says, hey, dead blast, you should have your mommy fight me, and then she'll marry me. And Naruto gets angry, saying, let's go, Kiba. And so then Kiba goes, fang over fang. And Naruto says, wind style, wind bullet. And it's just this powerful gust of wind. Naruto supercharged it by 20 times. And people in the stands are amazed. And so then this powerful force just hits Kiba head on. And Kiba and Akamaru screams. Akamaru goes on the ground with cuts. And then Kiba gets angry and says, fang over fang again. And so then Naruto says, wind style, great breakthrough. And Sasuke is trying to copy this, so when he does it, just a little air comes out from his mouth. And Kakashi says, Sasuke, you can't use that effectively. It's not your affinity, so you can't, use it like that. And Kakashi says, plus, you have to get the manipulation for it to do it. And sadly, you can't do that yet. And it'll be hard with wind because you'll have to cut a whole waterfall in half. And Sasuke scowls saying, that's dumb. And Kakashi shrugs saying, it's dumb but true. And so, now, he gives up. And so Kiba lands on the ground unconscious. And Kurenai sees Naruto walk by. She doesn't particularly care because Kiba did say something about his mom, and Naruto hugged and I'm saying, "Thank you, Mom." And so, she said, "No, it was all you." And so they hug, and Sasuke says, "Hey, Kushina Uzumaki, train me and I might just give you a reward." And looking at her smugly, and she gets angry. Kushina gets actually mad. Like, she hasn't got really mad at people, but this is mad, and she thinks, "Sorry, Makoto." And so she smacks Sasuke across, Sasuke skidding across the ground. And then he bonks his head against the back of the wall, knocked out. And so then Kakashi says, "You don't do that to my student." And she says, "Actually, he violated a law. I am a clan head of the Uzumaki clan." And he, said, a threat to me, and something that is insubordinate, you could say. And so Kakashi scowls at her, and she says, "I don't know why Minato even liked you." And then she punched Kakashi right next to her student. And so then Kakashi, and so she says, "Do not speak of Minato. You have no right. No right." And so Kakashi says, "Shut up, whore." And so then she just let loose, and then she's punching Kakashi without remorse. And then she stops and sees people around her, seeing Kakashi bleeding out. And then Lord Thirst says, "Kakashi Hatake, take your student and leave." And so Kakashi says, "I still have to watch my student Haruno." And so Hirusa says, no, you don't. Leave and train your student for the finals, and don't be late or I will disqualify you. I don't care what the nobles think. And plus, we'll be announcing Naruto's legacy." And Kakashi says, "No, you wouldn't." And Hirusa says, "Yes, I would. People will love the boy." And Kakashi says, "Hake-sama, you should not do that. That would be taken away from the Uchiha's legacy. The Uchiha are always supposed to get the love. I'm doing this for Obito. If Sensei were here." Then Kushina punches Kakashi again. "Don't speak of Minato as Sensei. Speak of him as Lord Hokage." And so, or Lord Fourth. And so Kakashi says, "Yeah, Lord Fourth wouldn't do this. This is, well. And so then Kushina says, "Shut up, Kakashi. You can't tell the Hokage what to do. Plus, it's Naruto's destiny. People will know in the future, so might as well know now." And Kakashi leaves, saying, "I will make Sasuke the strongest, and he'll beat Naruto." And he glares at Naruto, and he tells Naruto, "You've ruined everything." And so Naruto shrugs, saying, "You stunted my growth for 6 months. You have only taught me tree walking." And everybody is gasp, because tree walking and teamwork for 6 months, new beginning, and then put them in the tuning exams, and then Sakura and Ino get selected, and people say no wonder why Naruto had to change teams. So they look at Naruto with sorrow, and so Naruto goes out to train. And so when Jiraiya sees Minato, he says, "Minato?" And so he says, "Oh, hi, Jiraiya. So where were you when my son was getting bullied by, the whole Woolly village?" And Jiraiya says, "Oh, um, I was getting research for the village." And Minato scoffs at Jiraiya, saying, "Well, Jiraiya, you won't train Naruto like you wanted to. He will be trained by me, of course, his father." And Jiraiya nods because he can't go against a father's request or order. And so Jiraiya nods, sad that he doesn't get an apprentice. And so the Toes order for Jiraiya, and they say, you won't be training the child of prophecy. The person's father will. And so then Jiraiya widens his eyes and says, "So is Naruto the child of prophecy?" And the elder Toad shrugs, saying, "I don't know." And so, well, yeah, that's what happens. And so, Naruto, it's getting trained by Minato. And so he was learning how to summon the boss Toad and stuff. And Minato didn't throw Naruto off a cliff. And so, he just trained Naruto more on his flying Raijin and his Rasengan more to get it more developed and stuff. And on his Taijutsu, making him very fast. And he even added some gravity seals and more, training on different jutsu. And even is adding his wind jutsu to his speed like Minato used to do when he was the Chunin. And so, now Naruto goes to the Chunin exams, and Minato says, "Naruto, you're about Jonin level when you go full power, and when you get the Kyuubi's chakra, or if you use it, you will be about stronger or as strong as Kakashi." And Naruto nodded. And Naruto says, "I want to be stronger than him to prove you guys that I can be strong." And Kunisha says, "Oh, Naruto, you already proved it to us. We love you and try your best." And Kushina gives Naruto a grin, and Naruto gives her one back. And they both hug, and they both head to the Chunin exams finals. And so, let's get to it. And so, the first match, Naruto versus Neji, Naruto, likes Hinata at all, really. Well, no, yeah, I'm not gonna have the Hinata shit, but I'll find something else. And so, now, I'll make an OC. I'll find something. And so, Naruto leads into the Chunin exams. And so, yeah, I'll make an OC called Mito Uzumaki. Mito Uzumaki. And this will be a Uzumaki. And this person will be, related to Mito, like their cousin or something. That wanted to honor Mito's name. And this person will be from Otakuger, and whatever. And Orochimaru used his curse seals to, will control this person. And so, yeah. And so, Kushina will just unseal them. And so, yeah. And so, when Naruto arrives there, Naruto the Lord Fourth gets announced saying, "Me, Hiruzen Sarutobi, presents to you Minato Namikaze." And the whole world just goes crazy, the whole crowd. And people in the streets are like, "What?" But they even hear the announcement and start cheering. Then people ask, "Will he be the Hokage? Will he be the Hokage?" And so Minato says, "I won't become Hokage for you wretched villagers." And he says, "You have hurt my son, brutally abused him, wrenched him, even gave him scars. But thanks to his tenant, he is even alive right now. And so I present to you Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki." And the whole crowd looks at Naruto that's on the ground. And it's just him and Neji. And Naruto looks at the villagers with hatred and says, "Don't cheer my name. Don't talk to me. Treat me the same way you always treated me. I don't care for you guys. I'm just happy I have my family." And so they all look at Naruto with sorrow and sadness. And so, well, Naruto gets ready to fight Neji. And so Naruto says, you ready to get your butt kicked?" And Neji says, "Shut up. I'll beat you. I don't care if you are a Namikaze. You'll still lose." And Naruto says, "We'll see about that." And so he takes his tripod kunai out, and people gasp. And the Daimyo thinks, wait, if his mother's Kushina Uzumaki, that means that he is family. So in this one, Kushina will be related to the Daimyo in some way. The Daimyo to Naruto is like his like great uncle ish or something like that. And so they're far relatives, but still relatives. So essentially, Naruto's royalty, and the Daimyo went to Hiruzen and says, "Hiruzen, can you stop the match for a second? I need to speak." And Hiruzen says, hold up, Hayate. What the Daimyo has to speak." And so then Hayate says, "Okay, this match is being put to hold to see what the Fire Daimyo has to say." And Daimyo says, "I am Naruto Uzumaki is actually related to me." And the whole crowd just goes gasp, saying, "What? Related to the Daimyo? Then that means he's royalty. He's beyond royalty." And so he says, "I am related to Kushina Uzumaki in some far way, but if I have nobody to succeed, Naruto Uzumaki or Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki will become Daimyo." And they all gasp, saying, "Wait, how?" And then Sakura screaming outrage and stuff, but everybody is gasping. And and everybody who treated Naruto wrong is getting sad. Naruto could just order for their killing if he wanted to. And the male says, like anyone in my family, Naruto can order the killing of anybody he presumes to wanting to be killed. And since that he's related to me, he has benefits. And since he's related to Minato Namikaze, the person who owns 90% of the businesses in the Fire Country and other countries, Naruto will get the benefits of those businesses and can fire owners that own these businesses just in this village. And all of them gasp, knowing that they can't do anything to Naruto. They have to soak up to him. They have to treat him right. And so just so that their family can live. And so they all get sad, thinking, it's our life over. And so Naruto shrugs, and Neji looks at Naruto with disdain. Naruto is basically like the head of the Hyuga clan, but way better. He is royalty. He is far beyond the Hyuga level. Naruto is essentially the richest man in the land of fire. And Naruto just shrugs, saying, "Are you ready to go?" And Neji just says, "Okay." And so he activates his Byakugan, and Naruto throws his flying Rasen Kunai, and Neji dodges. But then Naruto says, "Flying Rasen level 2." And then he slams the Rasengan into Neji's leg. Neji screams like, "Gah!" And then Neji tries the rotation, but then Naruto is behind Neji, and Naruto says, "I've read some Uzumaki files that the Uzumaki clan was telling every clan's, well, weakness. Like the Uchiha clan's arrogance, the Hyuga clan's not absolute defense, huh?" And then Neji says, how do you know that?" And Naruto says, "It was just a guess, but It looks like my clan was right. There is a blind spot behind the back of your head. And so then Neji gets mad trying to fight Naruto, but then Naruto just right in that blind spot. It's annoying to Neji. So Naruto stalks Neji right in the mouth. And then Neji says, "You're just like Hinata and all the head branch." And Naruto says, "No, I'm not. I have not been given to what I want. I have worked for my power. I just got my family back. You've had your family the whole ride. There's still the side branch. So you still have family. And you still have Hinata that loves you dearly. You still have Hiyashi that will still care for you. And so don't speak to me as such. You don't have family. I just got my two parents back. And now you're calling me just like them? Are you serious, Neji?" And so Neji looks down, knowing that he did cross a line. And so Naruto says, "But I forgive you. Just be the good cousin. And don't have yourself be shielded by the Hyuga's destiny." And so Neji gets ready for the final clash. And Naruto amps up his speed with his Rasengan and slams into Neji's ultimate defense. It repulsed both of them, but then Naruto flipped onto the walls. And Neji is knocked out. And he smiles, saying, "Good job, Neji. You did a good, kind of a good fight, but you can't beat me." And so then, Gaara's match gets postponed, but then Hiruzen gets tired of it, so he just says Sasuke loses. And so Naruto's about to fight Gaara, but then Kakashi and Sasuke appears, but but then Shinma says, "Oh, you guys are kicked out for being late." And so Sasuke yells, "No, you can't do that. I am a Uchiha. Like, you can't do that, man." And Gaara says, Move, Uchiha. Your blood is weak. I have to show my true existence." And so people are in the crowd thinking, the Yondaime, whatever Gaara's father is, and the Yondaime's son, the Yondaime, which is, well, Minato. Minato looks at Kushina worried, and she does too, but she says Naruto will use what we told him to suppress Gaara. And Naruto says, "Wait, Gaara, hold up. I put some chakra suppression seals, so let me take it off real quick." And he, does. And so when Gaara sees this, he gets kind of scared for what happened with Rock Lee. And Gaara's mother says, "Gaara, he's much faster than that other brat. Kill him!" And so then Gaara just starts attacking Naruto. But then Naruto's so fast, he's punching Gaara across the ground, socking him left and right. And so then Naruto starts using his flying Rasen Kunai. And so he says, "Sorry, father. I'm up to steal your technique," smiling at him. And Minato says, "It's not stealing. You're my clan heir." And then he just rubs the back of his head. And Sasuke looks at Minato saying, teach me that jutsu." And Minato says, "Oh, sorry, that's my clan, techniques, or, yeah." And so he says, "Then make me your son. I'm better than that, stupid Naruto. Come on." And Minato gets angry and punches Sasuke in the face, saying, "Don't disrespect my son, my hair. Don't even try to talk to me, stupid Uchiha. I was just going to be nice to you, give you the benefit of the doubt, because I was friends with your father, Fugaku. But now, get out of my sight." And so Kakashi says, "Minato, you'll regret this." And so Minato looks at Kakashi in anger, says, "My student turning against my son? What have I taught?" And Minato gets on his knees, saying, "Have I failed all my students? First Obito, then Rin, and my own student Kakashi hates my son. And Kakashi looks at Minato with bitterness, saying, Your, your son is just sucks. He's no match for the Uchiha. And so Minato glares at Kakashi and says, Don't talk to me. You're not my student. And don't talk to me as sensei. Talk to me as Yandane-sama. And we're not, and our team is disbanded. So don't talk to me as such. We were. And you're just a stain to the team. You were always mean to Ren and Obito. You were the reason why bad things happened. You're the reason why Obito died. You're the reason why Ren died. You were always the reason, Kakashi. And I felt bad for you. But I understand why they died. Because of your arrogance, and you're just like that Uchiha over there. And you don't even deserve Obito's eyes. And so Naruto looked at Kakashi with distaste and anger. And so he just left. And so Naruto's fighting Gaara. And so Gaara gets into his cocoon and Naruto shoves that Rasengan there. And so when he does, he breaks through and hits Gaara in the chest. But this time it's not blood. It just makes Gaara just go crawling out of there. And so then the invasion is about to start from Orochimaru, but then Minato gets in that thing, and so then Naruto sees that the sand people are trying to come, but the Naruto makes the seal, and so it knocks out Gaara, and Naruto says, "Well, your brother will be out for like a whole week, so try to start the invasion there." And Tamari sees this and tries to attack Naruto, and Kankuro does. But then Naruto uses Flying Rasen Kunai and knocks them both out. And then Naruto decides to help out the village and summons toads. Got Combo Buta to take out some snakes. And so, well, there's toads running around. There's literally Naruto saving the village precisely with clones and all sorts of stuff. Like he's saving the academy students. He's saving, the civilians. And so everybody's away and they launch their counterattack. Naruto and clones take out every Sound and everyone. But then at the village gate, at the hill of, the Hokage, there is Gaara's father and everybody there. And Naruto sees this and Naruto thinks how to do something. So he gets a clone to supercharge wind chakra at Naruto. And so Naruto takes out 10 Flying Rasen Kunai. And he says, dancing stage how level 5. And so Naruto kills about 1,000 shinobi in the blink of an eye in a orange flash. And so a red flash, my bad. And so he kills everybody, then lands on the ground kind of tired. First time killing 1,000 shinobi. And so Naruto just falls to the ground. And Ibiki and people walk up to Naruto saying, Naruto, you saved the village. And so Naruto smiled saying, yeah, I did. And so Minato's fighting Orochimaru there, and Orochimaru's not having a really good fight. And so, Orochimaru has to escape, my guy. And, leaves. And Sasuke is fighting people, saying, I have to get my anger out. Gaara and them. And so Sasuke tried to kill Gaara and them, but got stopped. And so Gaara and his family just left the village and went to Suna. And so, now Suna is offering peace and is offering Naruto to marry Tamaru, and Hiruzen says no. You were offering to have one of my ninja marry her when we could just destroy you right now with our weapon that can take down your own tailed beast? Nope. And so Suna gets mad and offers, I'm sorry though.
Mama, what's that noise outside?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. My bad. My friend sent me a TikTok and I was like, well, anyways, they get mad and so, Suna offers help, like saying, I'm sorry, we'll just give you alliance. Sorry for the offer. And Tamara gets sad. She wanted to marry the Yondu's son. And so, well, Sasuke gets even mad. Said, I should marry her. She can get this Uchiha. And so, well, oh yeah. And so, well, now the invasion's over with minimal casualties. And so, Orochimaru is, well, gone. But Kushina placed the arm seal to sever his chakra. And so, Hiruzen asks for Tsunade to come to take his position, and Minato takes Naruto and dips. And so instead of peeking around like Jiraiya, and since, well, Kushina's there, Kushina and Naruto stays in the building, and, well, Kisame attacks Naruto. But then Kushina appears, slices Kisame in the leg, and then she put her hand over Kisame's sword and says, chakra stealing suppression seal. And so Kisame can only literally just swing and cut people with the thing, but can't do nothing else. And Kisame snarls saying, you're supposed to be dead, and the Yandane's supposed to be dead. And so Kushina shrugs. And so Sasuke appears saying, Itachi, I shall kill you! I shall kill you! But it doesn't work. And so, well, Minato arrives and just takes his beating on them because they can't beat the Yondaime and his wife, the Red Death, that sealed off Will Kisame's abilities with his sword. Like, what? And so, well, they just dips, and then they went, like, they're gonna tell that the leader that will Pain that will the Yondaime and his wife are back in the village, man. What are we gonna do? And so then Pain says, oh, you're not gonna do anything. I will kill them when the time comes in 3 years. And so when the time comes, I will deal with Minato Namikaze and his wife. And Obito is in the back thinking he can't beat Minato. Is he actually that dumb? Is he that dumb? And so he thinks, oh, when the fourth Hokage is weakened and like in his son, I shall take the 9 tails and then bring back Madara, and so then I can be with Rin again, and then on our paradise, and then I will rule the ninja world. And so then Naruto meets Tsunade, and Kushina is friends with Tsunade and stuff, so she comes back. And so when they meet up with Orochimaru, Kabuto tries to take down like Naruto and put him up for a hostage, but then Naruto kicks Kabuto away and gives Kabuto that quit beating. And so then Orochimaru leaves, and Jiraiya joined them too, of course. And so yeah, and so well, now Naruto gets back in the village, and well, time skip. Wait, no. So when he gets back, Tsunade makes Naruto Jonin because, well, he just beat up a Jinchuriki that because of the wreaked havoc, and he helped out taking down tons of people in the village by summoning toads to take down snakes, and he killed 1,000 shinobi and killed the Kazekage. And so they're like, that's more than enough to become Jonin. And so they almost made Naruto special Jonin, but gave Naruto some experience. And so Naruto gets put in that bingo book as like A class, saying he killed the Kazekage and 1,000 shinobi, and he can use the Harassing. And so, well, the Hidden Rock isn't too happy about that because they don't want the next Yellow Flash. And so the Tsuchikage thinks war right away, but then takes what he thinks. Okay, Minato, the Red Death, Jiraiya, Tsunade, Hiruzen is in the village. And maybe the next Namikaze. Should I attack them? And so he takes his options and declines it. He doesn't want to fight them. And he hears that the root is with the Anbu now. And so there's even more Anbu in the leaf. And so he decides to take the safe bet out of this. And they easily beat with the Orochimaru in them. And so they take their options and decide to leave it alone. And Orochimaru is just trying to get Naruto to put them experiments and then trick Naruto, and then Naruto will become his ultimate weapon and take down the Akatsuki. And so then Orochimaru becomes the strongest man in the world. But that's not going to happen. And so, after 3 months or so, they decide to go on a training trip. And so they would leave earlier in this one since Minato and Kushina really don't have any ties. So Sasuke would just Sasuke will just face like Sasuke would just face like a father ninja like Sai. Actually, I think that he'll be brought back because listen, since the Foundation is with them, they will bring like tons of Foundation Anbu and stuff. And so Sasuke will get beat on by like 10 Anbu operatives because like they'll bring like 20 Anbu to retrieve Sasuke. And so with that, like Sasuke gets brought back for trial. And so Naruto's getting trained. And so Sasuke eventually goes to train with Orochimaru. But in this one, no, he actually doesn't. He gets his he will for plot. He will for plot. He'll just escape for plot. But Tsunade refuses to train Sakura. And Sakura gets angry, saying, "You have to train me for my Sasuke-kun." And Tsunade says, "No, I won't." And so, she gets sad, saying, "I hate Naruto." And Tsunade says, by the way, since you hate my my godson, then I will never train you, and I'll actually make nobody train you from the medical. So you might just try to take your interest in Genjutsu, but I doubt Kurenai will train you." And so Sakura gets mad, saying, "But you have to. You have to." And Naruto says, Naruto sneezes and people are talking about me, man, in the leaf. And so, Minato and Kushina chuckles, and so Naruto's getting his training. So, 3-year time skip, Naruto will be Kage level. So, yeah, that's it for this one, and see you later.